Well, hello everyone, and welcome to today's special edition of Beyond the Ordinary Show. And why is it special? Because freaking Dee Wallace is with us. That is why. If you've experienced Dee before, which many of y'all have, you know, just the authority, the power, the compassion, the laughter, the crying, everything that comes through this dynamic being and beacon of light that is Dee Wallace. And she's an internationally known actress. A lot of y'all probably know her from her over 250 film credits. Um, but she's also an extraordinary channel. And not just a channel that receives information, but that lives by the information that she receives. And that for me are the teachers and the way showers that really awaken this excitement for me to emulate and to grow into as well. So today Dee's going to be sharing with us, and she's already shared there's a lot coming in. So we're not quite sure where this is going to go, but we know we can feel the vortex that's being created already, and it's not little. It's quite profound. So we're going to be talking about owning, being, and living as the powerful I am presence that I am. And with that, Dee Wallace, welcome back to BTO.
Oh, I'm so glad to be here with you, John. I love you so much.
I love you too. It's just first time I met you, if you remember, we were at Sheila Gale's. There was a small conference in Southern California. I walked straight to D where D was. I beeline. I didn't even know what was happening, and I saw D. I gave her a big hug, and I just welled up in tears. The recognition and the peacefulness that I felt in her presence was profound, and that feeling hasn't died. I've acclimated to it, but it's gotten stronger as well. So thank you, Dee, for what you do and who you be. Mm. So
Love you
Dee,
so much.
let's get into today's conversation. I am, and I just want to start there. It's like,
Yeah.
what do you want to share?
Well, first of all, and me included, I think none of us really truly understand what the power of the I am presence is, or the simplicity of what the I am presence is. God said, according to the good book, I am that I am. So I have to proclaim what I am to be what I am, who I am, right? So whatever I proclaim that I am is who I am. So if I'm going to be God, I have to say, I am God. Well, from my understanding from my channel, we are the gods of us on this plane. We are put on this plane to create ourselves. We are and have chosen to incarnate on this plane to learn self creation. And so many times I hear people say to me, I'm waiting for the guides, I'm waiting for God, I'm waiting for the angels to tell me what I want. And my channel replies, then you will be waiting for a very, very, very long time because they are waiting for you. We must take responsibility for choosing and knowing, directing, and now the latest is demanding what we want. Most people are taught to say what they want by saying what they don't want. You know, when I go out and speak and somebody comes up on stage, I'll say, okay, tell me what you want. Well, I don't want to have to worry about money. Okay, tell me what you want. Well, I don't want to have to worry so much about money. This can go on for like 20 minutes, John. You know this. You've gone
Yeah.
through this. Now, I want to bring in brain science because spirituality and brain science are really one and the same. Brain science will tell you the brain thinks in pictures. When you say, I don't want something, your brain will see what you don't want and will create more of that. So every time you say, I don't want, you will create what you don't want. So you want to train the muscle of your brain to only say the positive of what you want. Now, this is important because we are consistently sending out signals, vibrations. You want to consistently vibrate at the vibratory level of what you want. There's an energetic circle around the universe. When you send out a vibration, a signal, it goes out and hits that circle and gets sent back to you. And that creates the expression of your life. So if you send out what you don't want, what returns to you is the expression that you don't want to create. Exclamation mark. So it's very important that we vibrate in harmony with what we want. Now, everybody gets all cerebral up in that, and it's really very, very easy. All you have to do is be love. Love literally is the vibration of the I am presence. It is the same vibratory experience of the I am presence, which is what, of course, Christ taught. I am love. So the more you live the experience of love, the more you live the vibration of love, the more you are living the I am presence. So let's look at health. Your body is a universe unto itself. The more you live the vibration of love, the more your body responds to the vibration of love. So there's a great difference in trying to fix sickness and living health and love. You can feel into the kind of desperation of I've got to get well, as opposed to living the vibration of loving your body. It's a very different vibratory experience, right?
Well, when you said the first thing that comes to me, it's the difference between I have to and I am.
Exactly.
And you can
Yeah,
feel that immediately in your body, that the implication of what we've stated out loud.
you bet.
Mm.
And when you allow yourself the choice of living an experience of love,
Mm.
as opposed to trying to get to a place where you think you have to get to in order to feel even love. You see, you can't be in the experience and try to get to the experience at the same time. That's an oxymoron. Same thing with money. Same thing with relationships. But when you can take yourself, and it's always a choice, to choosing to jump into that vibratory experience, no matter what, then your soul, your mind, your brain, your body, your vibration has no choice but to follow your choice. And then you're already home and your vibration follows your direction, your command of where you need to go. But part of the challenge there is from the time we're very, very little, we're taught that you have to struggle to achieve anything. And that's one of the first beliefs that you want to turn around, because we all know as you believe, it is delivered to you. Your beliefs shape your life. And it is, I guarantee you, your little children who are running the show. That's where all our belief systems begin.
Yeah, you're hitting the nail on the head in so many ways, and the reminder to keep coming back to this because we've spoken about this in many different ways through many different shows, and there's a calling for an even greater anchoring. It's what I've been seeing lately, it, from my perspective in my channel, is that we're going from a place of where we're connecting in unity and love and the promise of heaven on earth. And we're getting into a point where the structure of it has to be integrated. The bringing it in to really carry forward the wisdom, but from an embodied state. And so it seems almost Metatronic to me structurally. But it's really calling us to turn that on within ourselves instead of leaving it as a concept or something that we might go to when something bad is happening, but then we just let it go because we don't think we need it. We forget. We get back
Yeah,
into the old ruts.
It's a way of life, guys.
Mm,
You know, you get up in the morning and you go, okay, today I'm love.
mm,
In every moment today, I'm love. Uh, Somebody I love very much and I had a falling out a couple of weeks ago. They wanted to keep it going. I said, I'm just going to love you.
mm,
Oh, well, that's a cop out. That's an easy. If you choose to look at it that way, that's your choice.
mm.
I know for me, I just go back to love. That's what I do. I just go back to love.
But
And it
what you're
always
sharing,
works. It
yeah,
always works.
what you're sharing for me, it involves different aspects, and it's a state of being,
Yeah.
and that state of being does require a practice, the
And a
consciousness,
discipline.
and a discipline, and a devotion. To be aware of what we're truly devoted to, I think is part of the root that is really bringing a stabilizing force as to our why we're choosing certain realities.
Well, and there's a lot of challenges coming up for people in the spiritual realm
Mm,
right now. Challenges that we really have to we really have to look at ourselves and our own beliefs, John, and kind of call ourselves on our own practices.
yeah.
Um, it's very interesting in my community. Um, I send out these daily emails
Mm,
with little quotes, and then I expound on them. And I do a lot of them ahead of time. And I happened this week to send out quotes from Deepak Chopra.
mm.
I had no idea, was not in my consciousness at all, that he was in the Epstein files. And I got a lot of response. Oh my God, how could you be quoting him? Uh, you should take these down, blah, blah, blah. And I heard right away from the channel, no,
I agree.
uh, there's more to this that you need to look into.
Mhm.
So I stopped and I started to do the work. And the first question I asked is, what's the highest thing to know around Mr. Chopra and the Epstein files? And the channel said, not the highest question. The highest question was around judgment. And I went, that's really interesting. Now, I haven't even taken this out to my community yet, but I heard that I should bring it onto the show. Do you want me to mention it?
I think it's wonderful because I'm on the same page. I was getting very strongly that we need to research more, that if we're going to get involved. And also, just to bring up the point, it's like when we deny the light of someone else, we deny the light within ourselves.
Well, this blew me away. And the first thing they took me to was the musical number I could have danced all night. And the words, I'll never know what made it so exciting. while at once my heart took flight. That when we go into judgment, it excites us because it allows us an opportunity to rise above the other person, to be better than. It excites us to see someone get caught. Well, that made sense to me. And then they took me to core belief 25. When I am connected to the I am not safe, which dovetails into what we're talking about with the I am presence. Judgment takes you out of your own self-creation and puts your focus on what you do not want, which is what's wrong with them.
We're allowing our consciousness to get hijacked.
You bet. Absolutely. And you step out of the higher creation of yourself. So you see, the judgment just continues then. They went from the judgment of Mr. Chopra to then judging me for using Mr. Chopra, right? And then it just continued. It was fascinating for me to delve into. I learned a lot for myself as a healer in teaching the work, John. And then they took me to core belief number 8. No matter what I do, it's not going to work because of all this shit in the world. That literally were the words they gave me.
Wow.
So I have an excuse for my own life because I can look out there and see all the politics that are bad, all the bad men that are doing bad things in the world. And that gives me an excuse so that I can judge other people. If we fall into that, we feed that, guys.
Yeah.
We feed it, and the world doesn't get any better. So they gave me a statement for our spiritual growth. I am creating responsible leaders with high consciousness and responsibility in the creation of our world, our businesses, our governments, our interactions, and our hearts. That's what we want. Not to live in judgment, but to live in focused creation of positive creation.
I appreciate what you brought through in that in so many ways because it aligns so beautifully with the awareness days that we have allowed a wave of having other people be responsible for us in choosing
Yes.
our leaders and doing things. And so we've acquiesced our authority. And then when someone falls off the pedestal because they didn't serve us in the way that we had hoped, even though we weren't doing the work, We can.
Exactly.
And it's
It all
calling,
starts with us.
yeah, and it's calling us now to, we can't continue to pedestalize, let alone give our power away and hope that everything's going to be okay. We have to bring it back to ourselves. We have to. With everything that we see going on in the world, it's because we've acquiesced and expected someone else to do the heavy lifting for us.
Yeah. That's why it is so important for us to realize that we are the I am. We are the God of us. We are the creators. And we must take that responsibility, guys. It all starts with each of us, all of it. And I see a lot of people in the chat want um, that quote, John. So I'll send it to you.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah, you bet.
That's beautiful. Who are we choosing to lead us, to guide us, and why? And it can't be, we just can't pass the baton without consciousness, without critical thinking, without knowing what type of values and world we truly want to create and participate in it, not expect someone to just hand it to us.
No, you're the leader, guys.
Hmm.
You are.
Yeah.
Accept it. Yeah.
And just another example of how the foundations that we've been talking about for years that were going to be shaken were not just institutional foundations, they're the foundations of how we structured our lives and how we're rebuilding from something that can be stronger, more sovereign, and more in line with our true values and what we're choosing to create rather than in some dream that's been handed to us that we've been trying to fit inside that box.
And we've known it and we've heard it and we've been taught it
Mhm.
since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
It is time that we live it and be it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I so appreciate the messages that were coming through in reference to that. And y'all, this is in no ways any type of spiritual bypass. Not even close to it. It's really a calling into your own authority, and you will never have authority when you're in judgment. You're resonating, you're giving and leaking your energy, your light for the sake of something else that doesn't belong to you. Um, and I'll just go on a little rant. Like you judging Deepak Chopra, how is that serving your life right now? Is it making any difference? Are you seeing it make a difference in the world around you right now? And the answer for 99.9% of you on this call and listen to the replay is no. It's got no direct impact on your life right now, other than it may be stirring things up that maybe you were traumatized by. If that happened, I'm sorry, but thank you for allowing it to come up because something is wanting to heal in light of that as well. That there is a gift that is being made available in different ways. Um, and all this also when we can step into the bigger picture and allow the judgment to get quieter and allow our consciousness to rise. It's bringing an opportunity for us to join in unity as to what we do want to create rather than what we don't want to perpetuate. Again, D, what do we want as opposed to what we don't want?
Well, I'm reading some of the comments here, and
Mhm.
somebody wrote in, who protects the innocent?
Mhm.
And I want to point out that the more you create the powerfully positive of love, the more you create for all people the world we want to live in.
D, I'm curious what comes through for you, or maybe through the channel also, in the teachings of Jesus when he sat down with the oppressors And he was questioned, why are you sitting down with our enemy? Why are you sitting down with those that abuse our people? And he didn't
Well,
go in with judgment.
well, the first rule is judge not.
Hmm.
You know, how would Christ have taught anyone if he went in with judgment?
Right.
You know, when he was on the cross, he said, "Forgive them, Father, they know not what they do."
Yeah.
Right? I mean, while he's dying, he's not judging. He was an example of non-judgment.
Hmm.
So, you know, and then people who want to argue went, well, that's really good, but he still died. You know, so there's always an argument to come back with, John. You know, if you want to continue to play out the negative, there will always be that. And I always go back to love.
Yeah. It has no opposites.
Yeah, but he lives on, indeed.
Yeah.
and we and whoever is the guy that was arguing with him, we don't know who that was, and we don't care anymore. So.
They're not in the books as being wise masters, right? So
Exactly. Exactly.
choose your size, I guess, appropriately, what works for you. So let's talk a little bit about your work and what's coming through for you. And, it's people get into practices to rewire their thinking to 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 anchor in new threads of energy so they can really align with more of what they're truly seeking in love.
Hmm.
But what's the difference between the work that you do and between some of the affirmations and some of the work that becomes so pronounced but don't seem to anchor in properly?
Well, guys, there's a big difference between saying words and living the vibration. You know that.
Yeah.
Um, I know that we've talked in past meetings about finding your love place. Your love place is anything that as soon as you think of it, makes your heart open and you smile.
Mm.
I use my 2.5-year-old grandson, Stone, who calls me Mama Dee.
Sweet.
My beautiful dog, Freedom, my place in Hawaii that I love.
Mm.
Um, so everybody just find your love place. It's real simple.
Mm.
Just find your love place and go into it and just live there for a minute. Just fill your heart up with it. Yeah, that one.
There you go. It's a home that can never be taken away from you. It's always there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, that's what it feels like. See how
It's,
easy it is?
it's so easy.
Live in that vibration. Whatever you want to create it living in that vibration,
Mm.
not that vibration. Because most people go to, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it happen. That's never, ever going to create it for you. But that's how we're taught. That's how our little children are taught how to get things. We watch our parents struggle. We verbally hear things like, come on, honey, if you want something, you got to work really hard for it. You know that. Come on, we've got to study really hard for that grade from the time we're 2, 3 years old. And I'm telling you, the magic ages are 3 and 7.
Mm.
We go back to in my privates, 3 years old and 7 years old. Those are the magic ages. So, and there's something in the, I think it's a personal reading. You find out with your little child where they're stuck and what the message was, and your creative life will open up considerably when you find that belief that they got.
We're going to get into some Q&A so people
Okay,
can feel a
good.
sampling of that that's coming through. Before we go into that, and y'all, we're going to put the special offer link also so that you can sign up for your personal written email reading. And there's so much wisdom that Dee's bringing through also in the course. We're going to go through that in a little bit. I want to go through live Q&A. Before we go through that, Dee, I love it if you can share with us how you navigate. So you're so proficient at this state of beingness and creating from there. You would think that once you're there, it's like you're functioning from this elevated place where it's just blissful all the time. But how do you navigate being in this space and still being in this world with challenges and constraints that come in through what life brings us at different times?
Um, John, I have learned uh, to remain objective. When I feel myself becoming emotionally hooked in, which is interesting for an actress because when I act, it's my job to become emotionally hooked in. But in life, it's a downfall. So when I start to get emotionally hooked in and go into reaction, I know I'm out of creation. Because when you are in reaction, then you are not objective enough to choose where you want to go, right? So I step back and I go, okay, is this going to give me what I want? And if it's not, I stop and go, all right, what do I want? Because that is the secret. Knowing what you want. If you don't know what you want, you're never going to get the creation of the life you want. You've got to know what you want. And guys, we all know what we want. We want great health. We want more than enough money. We want happy, respectful, loving relationships. We want successful careers in things we love to do. We all know what we want. It's not a no, it's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. Do you think that people find it difficult to state that they want because there's an aspect of maybe not deserving it?
Not deserving it and being taught that they can't ask for it.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
mean, how many of us as children were taught, you can have everything you want. What do you want, sweetheart? You ask mommy for anything you want. Not many of us.
Right.
Good little girls and boys don't ask for everything they want, right?
Well, it was interesting because in my family dynamic, and I want to share this, is I was taught to ask for everything that I want. I was taught that, but the delivery of that didn't land. There wasn't safety in it. There was scarcity in the house. I was picking up of what I couldn't ask for because I could read the field of the scarcity that was actually around. So I learned to contain and not overextend myself because it would cause somebody else suffering.
Okay, so verbally,
Yeah.
you got asked for what you want and you picked up, it wasn't okay because there wasn't enough for you to get it.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. So it's fascinating. It's
I mean, I lived with an alcoholic father and watched my mother take care of him. We lived with my grandparents. My grandfather had had uh, two strokes, so I saw my grandmother taking care of him. So all I saw were women taking care of men. So my first two marriages, all I did was take care of the guys
yeah. Yeah.
until I went, my God, this isn't what I want, right?
So
And I went
how
back and
did you switch that into what you do want?
yeah, and that's I teach people that I work with a lot. Look
Mhm.
at your childhood.
Yeah.
What do you have as an adult that you learned as a child that you don't want now?
Mm.
It's just retraining our muscles. It's like if you go to the gym and you have weak arms, what are you going to train your muscle with to build up your arms? You're doing the same thing with your brain.
Yeah. Oh, so powerful, Day. It's taken me just into another example, and I'll promise to be sure because I want to get to some Q&A. But it took me into growing up around men who were addicted. They alcoholism ran rampant in our family and in those very Latino cultures. So there was a lack of integrity of honoring the feminine in the households because they'd wander in other places. And
Yeah,
that taught me that I don't want to be the men that I was growing up around. I was very much, and I don't want to be that. And I shut a part of myself down, trying not to be something because I was afraid that I was going to become just as toxic.
yeah,
And that was a long road of healing and recovery to finally reclaim those masculine aspects that had been emasculated because I was trying to take care of the feminine in the way that the masculine couldn't take care of my family. And it creates so much suffering, so much confusion. So
yeah.
a shutting down of my own capacity to create. And again, I
Right,
got caught up
damn
in that. I can't be that. I don't want to be that
Yeah,
rather than what can I be, right?
yeah.
It's so powerful. This is
Uh, According to my channel, we pick the parents we're born into, usually to learn what we don't want. So
mm,
that when we get to the age where we go, oh, I'm the master of my fate, I'm the self creator of me,
mm.
that's not what I want. What do I want now?
Boom, right there. Yeah.
What story do I want to write now?
That's the breaking the glass ceiling moment, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you've got to quit telling your old story to write your new story.
Beautiful. All right.
Yeah.
Are you all ready for some Q&A? We'll get into the special offer in a little bit. Um,
Okay,
but
let's go.
let's open up the queue. Sarah Hannah, welcome to the call.
I thank you so much. This is such a rich
Mm,
conversation.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, um, one, there's two things I'd like to say. One is that I really notice how the word want feels so heavy for me. And it just feels like there's a lot of programming around it that it's,
Okay, let me tell you where that started, Sarah.
yeah.
0 through 5, 0, 1. Yep, 3 years old with your mom. What did your mom teach you about wanting?
I'm not even sure at this moment, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
you are. But you see, you were taught you can't even express
It's
what
not
you
safe.
want.
Yeah, that it's not safe, and there's
Yeah.
something that feels greedy, something that feels,
Greedy?
yeah,
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 that's exactly it.
Mm.
yeah.
And that's what you need to retrain your little Sarah. Now I'm going to teach everybody. Everybody listen. You want to get together with your little girls and boys and sit down with them and tell them how much you love them and that they're safe and you're going to take care of them. And you understand, in Sarah's case, I understand why you think it's greedy to want something, sweetheart. I understand why you made that belief. But now I'm going to love you and keep you safe, and I'm going to teach you a higher belief,
Mm,
a new belief that's going to set you free so that you and I can become one, working together to be free and create everything that we want.
Mm.
You see, guys, they want to be free. They just think they're keeping you safe by holding you back.
yeah, yeah,
Okay?
Beautiful.
yeah. Thank you. And that's helpful. And one thing I wanted to ask you that came up for me when you speak of the love, um, I could really feel that frequency as you spoke of it, and
Great.
leading with love. My question is, at the same time, I can feel the fear, the frequency of the fear that's living in my body and nervous system, and that's underneath. And I want to ask, how do we successfully clear that from our system?
Okay, Sarah, I lovingly say to you, you cannot feel it at the same time. That's science. That's brain science. So what happens is you feel the love and then boom, that belief comes in and goes, you better feel guilty about that. Your job is to work with little Sarah so that you can hold on to that feeling of love. You you can look that up. It's not possible for your brain to hold two different points of reference at the same time. Do you understand?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Okay,
I'm
so
just wondering if there's a
go,
way, though, that we can transmute the fear eh, that comes.
yes,
She's sharing it with you.
you don't focus on the fear. You don't focus on trying to hold the fear away. You focus on embracing the love. So go to your love place right now. Close your eyes and go to just feel how much I'm loving you right now.
Mm.
And feel how much John is loving you right now.
Oh,
And
yeah.
how much you want to love little Sarah right now. And hold on to that love place and just let it fill you up, sweetheart. Is it lasting a little bit longer now?
I think what I'm getting from what you're saying is that just to even just bring the love towards the fear place, to embrace, the little one who's holding that fear in the love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want to focus on the fear.
Mm-hmm.
You want to embrace the love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, Sarah, I want to invite you to come back and listen to the replay and feel it and try not to dissect it because
Yeah.
your
Don't go to your head,
mind is
honey.
very intelligent. You're like trying to figure out all these different places, and that makes sense because in certain ways that we grow up, we try to prepare for what's ahead. We're looking for the potholes a mile down the road, and it's we've been entrained to do that. And what we're looking for now is an entrainment back into the resonance and the awareness of love. There's a quote that I want to share with you, and I'm going to butcher it a little bit, but the essence of it, when I'm aligned and dedicated to my mission, it matters not whether I'm afraid.
Sarah, do you watch Hallmark commercials?
Ah,
I don't think I have for many years. Yeah.
You can't watch a Hallmark commercial and not feel love.
hmm.
Watch any doggy commercial. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Watch things that open your heart, honey, and you will live in experiences of love. Okay?
Beautiful. Blessings to you,
Practice,
Sarah.
Thank you.
practice living love.
Mhm.
Okay? Because I love you.
Mm,
Look at me. I'm sending you bunches of love right now.
yeah,
Thank you. How,
Okay.
that's
yeah.
a lot of love from Dee.
Yeah,
You just got showered.
I'm good
Uh,
at sending love, baby.
yeah, you are. Oh my God. Okay, let's go to another caller. We're going to a special offer. Then we'll do a little more Q&A as well. But Lee, I want to go to you right now. Welcome to the call.
Hi.
Hi, baby
Hello.
cakes.
It's been a while. How y'all doing? Just absolutely fabulous, right? Okay, so it has been a week since you had the webinar that you are offering in this special offer, which is
Yeah,
yippee, yippee, yippee.
yeah. It was so amazing. I had to put it in this special offer.
Mm,
I can't
So,
hear you.
okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
we can, yeah. So what's your question, Lee?
So I don't really have a question, but Dee had asked her community to come on this call because it's really important and it is really important.
Mm,
So I suppose I don't have a question. I just have a testimonial for both of you and this work that you've been doing for the past 2 decades, supporting us in so many ways to be here now and to be held in this arms of this much love and to be learning how to open our hearts and hold them open, even when our nervous systems are saying, oh, fight, quick freeze, oh. But it isn't oh. It's just learning to stand in this beautiful love that is life and living it all in, all in. You had asked for us for 7 days. So Dee led this Ultimate Health webinar last Thursday. And she said for 7 days, really work with your little children.
yeah,
And I am seeing it in real time, real life, step by step, slowly but surely, coming
good, Lee.
into
Thank you.
this life as I am. And when I first met Dee, I could barely even speak.
Well, thank you, Lee. Thank
Thank
you
you,
for that.
Dee. And thank you, John, both of you. I really appreciate you so much.
thank you, love.
Yeah, John's the real deal.
I am what I am, right? I am
Yeah,
what I
well, you're
am.
the real, I don't do
Thank
a
you.
lot of these, John. You
Well,
know
there was
that.
one more thing on the webinar. Okay, so there's new commercials that have come up, and one of them when you channel, it's the actor in you that's coming forward, which is really interesting, Dee, that you brought up. In life, when we get emotionally challenged, we don't put it all out on the table. We don't bring it all out. But in acting, we need to model what those feelings do. And when you had the webinar last week, I kept hearing Dr. Seuss go, I am, I am, I am, I am.
I
Amazing.
am that I am.
I am that I
Yep,
am.
that's great.
That's
Thank you,
wonderful.
Lee.
Thank you, Lee, for sharing that. I want
Thank
to get into a special offer, y'all, and click on the link for the special offers in the chat box. It's also underneath the video where you're watching the call from. If you're watching the replay from YouTube, you can find the link in the comments section as well. As we get into a special offer, D, it's what does your channel have to say about the acceleration of consciousness that we're in right now? So as we go into having these conversations with our inner child, into reframing what we want as to what we don't want, and the feedback loop that seems to be getting faster.
Yeah.
It's what wisdom or comfort they can provide for just how quickly we're capable of shifting in consciousness right now.
Well, the secret is to live in the moment,
Mm,
John, and
beautiful.
the thing they keep saying to me is take your shot,
Mm,
live in the moment and take your shot, as they would say in Hamilton.
nice.
Don't give away your shot, you
Mm,
know? Um, if there's a moment, if there's an opportunity, go.
nice.
And I've seen that 3 or 4 times in the last week
Mm,
in my life, personally and professionally. Opportunities where I had a shot. And boy, one time I almost said I'm too tired. And because I bulldozed through it, a great opportunity opened up for me.
nice.
And that's one
Mm,
of the biggest ways.
mm,
And it's sometimes it feels like life is in overdrive and we're a little overwhelmed. But if you move through it and take your shot, everything goes into flow. That's are you finding that reality in your life?
very much so. And
Yeah,
when I stutter step or don't do it, I feel the heaviness of it.
yeah. Because you're actually resisting the flow.
Mm.
If you go with the flow, everything just opens up for you.
Oh, that's true about judgment as well. When we judge, there's no flow. You can feel the contraction. It's not going
Yeah,
anywhere.
yep, for sure.
And it's the intelligence of our body as a feedback loop and how it's loving us into creation is it's something that I know that you talk about in your own special high vibrational way. Um, but I'm digressing into I want you all to have the opportunity to discover what's available in the special offer that Dee has brought forward for us. And this is it's as always, you just knock it up another notch and how amazing the opportunity is to work with you. So
Well, I
the
always put together a good offer for you, John.
you always do. You put so much thought and heart and love into it, always. Um, what's the magic in this particular special offer for season 37 of BTO?
Well, this webinar that I just did is off the charts. It's the definitive ultimate information on creating the state of health and wellness which goes across your body and money and relationships and everything. Health and wellness, as you know, goes across everything. 8 steps to creation is self-explanatory. The gift is literally about being the I am presence. 8 steps to creation, and then everybody gets a channeled email on how to help their little child embrace the belief that they got when they were little children about how to redirect whatever that belief is about being God when they were little, so that they can help their little child redirect that. So it's all focused on strengthening their I am presence and becoming more the power of their own creation. That's what the package is focused on.
Beautiful. And then there's also the email reading that comes in for you.
Yeah.
From you.
About the little child. Yeah.
About the little child.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it's a really special offer, and it's always relevant to where we are now. And again, before we got on the call, Dee was sharing the channel has so much that's coming through. I don't even know where to start. Um, because the message, I think it's vital for us, truly, truly, in so many different ways. Um, and whether we're here to receive a little bit of it or a lot, it all serves in a huge way. Um, our capacity to understand the power of our love is in an infantile stage, but how amazing to be able to experience and share it with others and get to know it more intimately through the action of loving and being loved. Um, and it's a beautiful invitation to know that more profoundly, to engage
And
a
of
bit more
course,
deeply, and to own it, to own the
yeah.
I am of that.
And of course, the first person you want to experience the love is the love for yourself.
Mhm. Yeah,
For sure.
beautiful. Yeah, again, the link for the special offers in the chat box. It's $147. Again, you get your personalized reading as well. With these webinars, and there's a 2 payment option, and it's Dee Wallace. It's like, what else can you ask for? Amazing what's being offered here. Um, Dee, I want to go back into the Q&A, and actually, Sarah wrote in, and Sarah, I'm glad that you wrote in to clarify, because how do you guide someone into who's had a traumatic experience and they're in fight or flight? They can't, it's like, it's so chaotic in the somatic experience that the movement towards what you're speaking of, to being more in love, to focus more on love, um, the body can't respond to that yet for whatever reason. So let me read you Sarah's comments. Sarah writes, "Thank you. I was attempting to ask, how do we not bypass the trauma energy of somatized fear that is present?
Huh?
If someone is stuck in their trigger, if someone is stuck in the physical reactions that come up of fear and the trauma of that, how can they put that in stillness long enough that their consciousness can start bringing them into a more stabilized feel rather than in reaction?"
Okay. I am saying this to you with great love. That is your story.
Mm.
And you have learned to tell your story for a very, very, very long time. A lot of people call me a therapist. I take issue with that because I was in therapy for a long time, and I found that the more I spoke about my childhood trauma, the less I healed from my childhood trauma. I would like you, my beautiful person, for 2 weeks to just go out and do things that make you giggle and laugh and dance. And have a lot of fun for absolutely no reason at all. And see how you feel. For no reason. Not to try to feel better, just to go giggle. Now, when I say that, what is your response? Write it to John. What's your response about that? What did she say, John?
I don't see it yet.
Okay.
Forgive me, I'm familiar with the stories. I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to the energy of fear in the system. I'm aware I am not referring to storytelling. Um, John, I appreciate that you understand. And yes, I love giggling. Um, so again, it seems to be something that seems to be stuck in the body. Again, there's the trauma response that won't let go. It's someone who has been through an abusive situation and the body keeps perpetuating the fear, even though the mind thinks it can go somewhere else.
When I ask my channel if that's possible, John, it goes right to no.
Okay.
What do you get?
I get, and I say this with a lot of love and compassion,
Of course, we all do.
but I wanted to quantify that to relax whatever may be triggered in the somatic response, just to hear that. Is that truly right now it's a choice? That's what I hear. It's a choice.
Yeah.
And in that choice, which direction do you want to go? And because we're stepping into love doesn't mean that the response of the fear doesn't have to exist in the story, in the possibility, and that it's not going to arise, but we're starting to build the muscle towards more love. We're starting to re-entrain the body into receiving where it's refusing to receive. We have to choose that we're going to open to that frequency of love, as opposed to choosing to feed the fear over and over again. Whatever it is, whatever happened when you were a child, it's not happening now, and it doesn't have to keep defining you. But you have to cross the gateway into the other side.
We're not negating, sweetheart,
No,
your experience of it.
right.
We're supporting you in knowing that you can choose a different experience.
And experience is a beautiful way of saying it. So anybody, whenever someone tells you you're in your story, I like to reframe it as like you're an experience that you had that is no longer alive in
Yes,
this reality anymore. And so it's important to validate the experience, but there's an opportunity to change that experience here and now.
yes. And we support you in that.
Hmm.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It's It's thank you for bringing it up, Sarah. And yeah, I hope that serves and hope that serves the audience as well. I think it does actually, because it's also bringing up our capacity as we heal ourselves, our capacity to have compassion for others becomes more real, becomes more grounded. It's an experience that is held because it's lived rather than something that's given because we have a perception. And so there's a lot that's moving through on that. Let's go on to our next caller, Dee. Um, Mary B, welcome. It's good to see you. Always great to hear your laughs on the call. Thank you. And let's get you to unmute your microphone, please. I muted your microphone a little while ago. Nope, you're still muted, love. Well, you found your unmute button earlier, so I know you can find it again. There you go.
Just there was a message that was coming in that was blocking it. So
No worries.
that's
Hi.
why I apologize. Hi.
What's your question for Dee?
Well, I really just wanted to follow up on a comment that Lee had made about all of us that were in this incredible webinar that Dee had recently. And she's been sharing everything and more from what came through that. And the more that we had talked about going to our love place, finding our love place, enjoying it. What is it? Laughing with it, be it, find it, know it, and just it's so many different things. And when you mentioned, Dee, about have you ever read a Hallmark, whatever? What I do for fun, is I sit and watch Hallmark movies until I'm dizzy. And I laugh, I cry, I go, because they always end up in love. And no matter how bad I feel when I start, at the end, I'm totally loved. And so.
Well, you must have seen a lot of mine then.
I did. I've seen them all at least 20 times. But I wanted to thank you both for this. Tonight's just been wonderful. And I love the way that as you interact and share with people how it comes through, because it comes through with such genuine knowing and being of that you can't help but feel it. And that's so important, is to allow ourselves to feel, because that's what it's all about, is the awareness of who we really are here. We are part of infinity here. And that is God, or whatever you want to call love, God, infinity. You know what I'm saying. It doesn't have to have a name per se, but it is the love that you talk about. And it is.
Indeed you are.
And are you. So thank you. I just wanted to say we love you both. And thank you, John, for doing this with Dee. It's the best.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary. Blessings too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yes, Rosemary's been waiting here for a long time.
I know. I was calling on Rosemary next. I was saving Rosemary. Hi, Rosemary.
By myself.
Hi, baby.
Hey, darling. I love what you had to say, and that thing about judgment is a bear. That gets me every damn time. It takes me a while to realize that I'm judging, and then work on backing off from that and breathe into it. That's the only way I can get out of it.
We're all with you there.
Yes, I have to breathe. I gotta breathe. I just want to see if you get a sense of where in the childhood timeline things might have broken down for me in terms of self-worth. Because my mother was very energetic person. She had a middle class, we were. And so she knew what she always wanted. She went on to get it, despite my father dying. And my sister always knew what she wanted. She went on to do what she wanted to do. Very focused, both of them. And it didn't appear to me that money was a problem, because I had things I wanted.
What's your question? What do you really want to know, Rosemary?
I want to know, because right now I feel.
No, what is it that you want to know? Yeah.
That's it. Right now I feel I feel trapped by financial issues. And I'm kind of
Okay.
wanting to figure out where that came from because they weren't
Okay.
like that.
Mm.
0 through 5. 0, 1. 3 years old
What happened 3 years old?
with your mom. That's when it started. And we're going to a core belief. This page here. 16, 17. When I value myself, I have to abandon myself. Those are the highest words. So that means whenever you value who you are, in some way you have to give yourself up and abandon yourself. So an example of that, a good example of that in my business is if they make it as a successful actor, they have to give up their relationships.
Yeah, I'm an actor also, but yeah, I get that.
Okay. If they value what they do, they have to give up their health in some way. So they have to trade off their value somewhere in their life for something else. So what are
Okay.
you trading your success financially for in your life? If I'm going to be happy, I have to trade my money and give up my money if I'm going to be happy.
Nothing's coming to me right now.
Well, why aren't you making money?
Good question for me. Um, well, not getting acting jobs or taking um
Okay, so you
job.
can't make money doing what you love. Is that right? Because I'm getting my really big yes here.
Yes, yes, and I gotta say, I know in my consciousness, but I really am not sure exactly what my makes me totally happy. So that's a problem.
Okay. Well, if you don't know what makes you happy, you're not going to magnetize it to you.
Right.
So why would you make money doing it if you don't even know what makes you happy, honey?
I get it.
Okay, well, that's your answer. So the larger question is, why can you not allow yourself to know what makes you happy? Because your mother taught you not to ever allow yourself to let yourself know what makes you happy. That's a true statement.
Hmm. Okay, she did, but okay, I understand what you're
She
saying.
did what?
I thought she allowed herself to be happy by being in social work and being
Yes.
sociable.
When I say she allowed you to know what made you happy, it goes right to know.
Hmm. Okay.
Well, no.
It's a chicken. It's a
When you
kick in
were
the
a
butt.
little girl, did you know, were you allowed to know what made you happy?
No.
Okay. So if you weren't allowed as a little girl to know what made you happy, sweetheart, how could you know that as an adult? And if you don't know it as an adult, you can't create what makes you happy as an adult and magnetize that to you and make money from what makes you happy. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you want to sit back and really start asking yourself, I give myself permission now to know what I want to do, what makes me happy. I'm going to start doing it and start making money doing it. Okay?
Okay. Uh,
But you've got to make the decision to move ahead because you're the God of you that's got to do it. Okay?
Absolutely.
All right. You go get him, baby.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks, John, and put me on.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, Rosemary.
Okay.
We're wrapping up the call here in a couple of minutes. How can someone navigate what may seem like a blind spot like this? It's like, I don't know, and it's not moving. And again, we've had a little bit of that going on today. I don't know if it feels like resistance or it feels like a blind spot.
John, the very first thing is to get up every day and go, I know and I'm clear. Because as long as you say, I don't know, and I've got a blind spot, you're never,
And
ever gonna
and
know.
I felt that on the calls that felt a little more contracted today is there's a need to decipher and to get into how to fix what was there instead of choosing
Yeah,
where you want to go next.
I know, I'm clear, I'm in the flow, I'm going, I'm doing.
It's not I can't do this. It's not either this but this. It's like okay, that may have been, and this is where I'm choosing next.
Yeah. Direct the positive of what you want. That's
So
the old story.
yeah, so the invitation, y'all, for anyone who feels, yeah, but, surrender into what you want instead of being married to what you don't want, what you didn't want, what you couldn't figure out, and trying to make sense of it.
Yeah.
We will not make sense of distortion in our field. That's why it's distortion.
Never going to get you what you want
Hmm.
by asking, why can't I get what I want?
Right.
You know?
And, and y'all breathe into the simplicity of that, really. Let's keep it simple.
Yeah, it is
Let's
simple,
keep it
guys.
simple. Work with the simplicity for 2, 3, 4 weeks and see what it gains you rather than work with the complexity like
Yeah.
you've probably been doing since whatever events happened to happen.
I'll leave you with this note. God created the world in 7 days. How hard could it be?
Oh my God, amazing, Dee. Yo, we're gonna run the replay. Come and drop back in and open your heart to the simplicity. Really, I want to invite you to that. And I'm reiterating it because I want to drive it home. It's love is there for you. It's right there.
It
It's
is.
right there. It's not in the future. It's not even in the past. It's right here, right now. It's right here, right now. So beautiful. Y'all dive into the special offer, get your personal message, go into the webinars, go into the love and wisdom that's being offered there. And yeah, enjoy life, enjoy your creation. Dee, thank you for being on today. You're amazing.
Oh, we
Um,
love you all so much. I love you, John.
love you too, Dee. Blessings to you. Blessings to everybody on the call today. Thank you all for participating and for sharing in the way that you do. Blessings
Go
and
get
look
him,
forward to seeing you on
Rosemary.
the next call. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.